Hi everyone. Today we are going to discuss here complex number, and we have to discuss about problem number 2, that is based on powers of complex number. Now let me start. So let's see. You have to evaluate 1 plus sine pi by 2 plus I into cos pi by 2 divided by 1 plus sine pi by 8 minus I into cos pi by 2. Okay, so we have to evaluate here 1 plus sine pi by 8 plus I into cos pi by 8 divided by 1 plus sine pi by 8 minus I cos pi by 8 bracket power 8 is there, guys. Okay, now you have to evaluate by using de Moivre's theorem. Okay, means here power is what is that 8, and by using de Moivre's theorem it will be very easy. You have to find out this or we have to evaluate this complex function is there, guys. Okay, so now let me start its answer. Okay, so you have to given that here 1 plus sine pi by 8 plus I into cos pi by 8 means given powers of complex number is, I'm writing here 1 plus sine pi divided by 8 plus I into cos pi divided by 8 divided by 1 plus sine pi by 8 minus I into cos pi by 8 is there, and total bracket power we have to given it is what, that is bracket power 8. So you know that there's some trigonometric formula about sine and cos. If you have to convert sine into cos, then what will be right here? So this will get, that is a 1 plus sine is converted into cos, so what is that here? Cos of that will be pi by 2 minus pi by 8 plus I into cos is converted into sine is there, so this will get sine of pi by 2 minus pi by 8 is there, pi by 8, and divided by again in denominator we can take also same for sine converted into cos, so that you will guess if sine converted into cos means that you will get pi by 2 minus here pi divided by 8. Now middle sign is what is the middle sign? Is a minus is there, I into sine, again cos is converted into again sine, so this will get pi by 2 minus pi by 8. Okay, so what is the reference formula is here? So reference formula is very easy. You have to convert, if I am taking in this bracket, since sine of theta converted into cos of theta, it will get cos of pi by 2 minus theta, and cos of theta converted into sine theta, this will get pi by 2 minus again theta. So by using this formula you have to getting this step, guys. Okay, clear up to this? Okay, now next step what we do here. Okay, so we do here 1 plus cos pi by 2 minus cos pi by 8. Okay, 1 plus cos of pi by 2 minus pi by 8, this can be written as, this is very easy, or how to write this, I am simplifying this, what is that the here? So this is a 1 plus cos of pi by 2 minus pi by 8, it will becomes 3 pi by 8, it will becomes 3 pi divided by 8 plus I into, so here I into sine of, I into sine of, this will again pi by 8 is there. Okay, so therefore this is I into again sine of 3 pi by 8. Okay, total divided by this is 1 plus cos of, this is 3 pi by 8 minus I into sine of 3 pi divided by 8 is there. It's 3 pi divided by 8. Okay, so therefore we use the formula is here again for 1 plus cos theta. For 1 plus cos theta I am writing here 2 cos square theta by 2. Okay, so I am using here formula. So formula is what is that here? So 1 plus, so let's see, since we have to use for this type formula, this is 1 plus cos theta, 1 plus cos theta. This will get 2 cos square theta by 2, that is called as half angle formula. And also you know that sin theta can be written as a 2 sin theta by 2 into cos theta by 2 is there. We have to use these formulas, guys. Okay, you have to use these formulas. Okay, so therefore, so what we will get in the next step using this formula? So this is 2 cos square 3 pi divided by 8 and divided by 2, so it will becomes 2 cos square 3 pi divided by 16 is there, guys. This is 3 pi divided by 16 plus I into, I can be written as I into sin 3 pi by 8 can be written as, this is a 2 into, means a 2I is there, sin 3 pi by 16 into cos 3 pi by 16 is there, guys. Means what is that? Sin theta, it becomes 2 sin theta by 2 into cos theta by 2 and divided by this is again we can write 1 plus cos theta, for that 2 cos square theta by 2, means it is again 3 pi divided by 16 minus that will again 2I sin 3 pi divided by 16 into cos 3 pi divided by 16, and make sure that it's a total power is what is that, it's a total power is what is that, 8 is there. Okay, so this total power of that complex number is what is that, 8 is here. So total power I am writing here 8 is there, guys. 8 is there. Okay, so after this calculation you have to write here, 2 cos square 3 pi upon 6 we get common is there. Okay, so in remaining what is there, so I am taking 2 cos square 3 pi divided by 16, that is common term is there. So what we'll get here, so let's see, this can be written as a 2 cos 3 pi by 2 cos 3 pi by 16 in common in numerator. So in bracket what we will get, guys, in bracket what we will get, so this is a cos of 3 pi divided by 16 plus I into sine of 3 pi divided by 16. This in numerator is remaining, and in denominator what is remaining, again this same term common out in this, so this will becomes 3 cos 3 pi divided by 16 common term, and into there is a cos of is again 3 pi divided by 16 minus I into 2 already common here, so I into sine of 3 pi divided by 16, guys. Okay, now this bracket is complete here, and bracket power what is that, 8 is there, guys. Bracket power 8. Now the same term is cancelled in numerator and denominator, same term is cancelled in numerator and denominator. So which term is cancelled? So this total term is cancelled here. Okay, so what will be the remaining in next step? So that is very easy. What is the remaining in next step? So remaining is only cos, so therefore remaining is there cos 3 pi divided by 16 plus I into sine 3 pi divided by 16 total divided by cos 3 pi divided by 16 minus I into sine 3 pi divided by 16 is there, and total bracket power what is that here, 8. Bracket power 8 is there, guys. Okay, so this is what, this is the remaining term is there. Now by using here de Moivre's theorem, now by using here de Moivre's theorem, so what is a de Moivre's theorem? We can write by applying de Moivre's theorem for power of complex number. So the step will becomes what is that here, this is a cos of 8 into 3 pi by 16 plus I into sine of 8 into 3 pi divided by 16 and divided by again apply this power 8 indices power 8 on this denominator complex number, so that is a cos of 8 into 3 pi divided by 16 minus I into sine of, that is again 8 into 3 pi divided by 16. So what we use here, so we use here the formula for that, that is a de Moivre's theorem, guys. De Moivre's theorem. So let's see what is a de Moivre's theorem. Okay, So let's see de Moivre's theorem. Okay, de Moivre's theorem for complex number. Okay, what is the de Moivre's theorem for complex number? If we have to write, that is a cos of theta plus I sin theta bracket power n can be written as this is a cos n theta plus I sin n theta, means that power n is multiply on angle theta. So that's why this is very easy, guys. This is very easy. Now we have to solve this by using here. So this is 8 into 3 pi divided by 60. It becomes, this is a cos of, that is 3 pi divided by 2, guys. That is a 3 pi divided by 2 plus I into sine of here 3 pi divided by 2, and total divided by, now this is again a cos of 3 pi divided by 2 plus I into, now in denominator there is a negative sign, guys. Now in denominator there is a negative sign. Okay, so that's why I'm writing here minus I sin it again 3 pi divided by 2. Okay, if you know the formula for cos theta plus I sin theta by using Euler's theorem, we have to, or by using Euler's formula, so it can be written as it is e to the power I theta, means e to the power I into angle is what is that 3 pi divided by 2, and total divided by again e to the power, now this will get minus I into 3 pi divided by 2 is there. So we use here formula. So formula, that is Euler's formula, guys. So Euler's formula, since Euler's formula for complex number means e to the power I theta, means that is a plus or minus I theta, can be written as this is a cos theta. If there is a plus, you have to write plus. If there is a minus, you have to write minus I sin theta. That Euler formula we have to use here. Okay, and what will becomes the next step? So next step is very easy. So this is e to the power I 3 pi divided by 2 into this denominator shifted into numerator, so the power becomes negative to positive, means plus I into 3 pi divided by 2 is there, guys. 3 pi divided by 2. Okay, so that will get, after simplification, that will get, that is base is the same, so I into 3 pi divided by 2 plus I into 3 pi divided by 2. Okay, and simplifying again we have to getting that here. So therefore it will becomes, base is the same, so addition of the indices, it will becomes base is the same, addition of indices, means what we have to write here. So therefore this is equal to, this is e to the power I in bracket, that is a 3 pi divided by 2 plus 3 pi divided by 2 is there, guys. 3 pi divided by 2. So 3 pi, that is 6 pi divided by 2. So therefore this is equal to e to the power I into 6 pi divided by 2. So that will get e to the power I into, it is 3 pi only. It is a 3 pi only. Okay, and also by using here also Euler's theorem. So Euler's theorem means Euler formula is there. So this can be written as, this is a cos of 3 pi plus I sin 3 pi is there. Okay, so for that you have to again using Euler's formula. So again using Euler's formula, so I am writing the Euler's formula once again here. So since what is the step, this is a cos of theta plus I into sin theta, can be written as this is e to the power I into theta. Okay, so this is your answer step. This is your answer step, means you have to evaluating, means the indices of, means the indices of 1 plus sine pi by 8 plus I into cos pi by 8 divided by 1 plus sine pi by 8 minus I cos pi by 8, and this total power if we write is 8, then this is your solution. Then this is your solution, guys. Means what is your solution? Lastly you have to getting here, this is a cos of 3 pi plus I sine 3 pi is there, and by using the step of Euler's theorem, by using the step of Euler's theorem. So this is required answer. I am writing this is a required answer. Okay, this is all about this problem number 2, guys. I hope you are to understanding very well and enjoy the examples. Okay, thank you, guys.